Welcome.
Welcome.
Hey friend. I'm well, yourself.
What's up, D? Good to see you. Glad you're doing well. Uh, Myself, likewise.
Low.
Welcome to Tuscaloosa, Alabama. Titletown, some call it.
Thank you. Appreciate the timestamp.
The city lives thanks to the Alabama Crimson Tide. We have a ranked versus unranked battle coming up here, and you know how chaos can ensue if they start smelling an upset. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. They've got the big fellas out there. A three tight end look on 1st and 10. Looking for room. It's Edwards. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
They feed him again. Breaks the tackle. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Complete downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. And they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
The Wolverines will snap it on 1st and 10. They go to the ground. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on 1st down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. The give to the running back from the shotgun. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 3rd and short from the 37. They'll try to run for it.
Support the stream. Click the Kashif Fire Fire.
Play turned into a disaster. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
Offense. Make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Not willing to try that 55-yard field goal. They'll try to move the chains on 4th and short. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And he's sacked. A big play on 4th down to stop this drive.
Hey, you come out early in the game, you're trying to send a message to your team that you're confident, you believe in them to convert these 4th downs. You didn't get that one, but don't let it be a detriment moving forward. If you want to stay aggressive, be that way throughout the course of the game.
Offense set on 1st down. He wants to throw. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Pulls it in, it's Haynes. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catches, plenty to give him a first down.
It's a really nice looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense.
And the pass hits, picked off. Bringing it back. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverines. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick.
A win's a win.
Yes, sir. Take them any way we can get them. You know what I'm saying? I should have scored too. I messed up on that 4th and 2. I'll take a pick 6.
Gotta love their internet kicking out.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football, and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. What a game and what
Yeah, the Big House. Most wins any college team ever, right?
Emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As
Oh,
we
word?
see the #1 team
Oh,
in the
okay.
country, the Oregon Ducks,
Oh, that's what's up.
taking on another team
That's
from the
what's
Big
up.
Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Chris Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. Hey, man, with the
The
Ducks.
Ducks will
Okay.
boot it away to start the game.
Alright.
returner will field it and try to get some field position. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Looking for a productive play on first down.
Support the stream.
On the ground.
Hit the
It's
cash of
Edwards.
$1 bake fire.
Danced his way through traffic. Pick up a 4 to the 19.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. 5 to the 23.
I think you run that play on second down knowing it's going to make third down easy. You're not trying to hit a home run. You don't need the big play right now. Now you know third down, everything's on the table, everything's available, high success rate.
Off play action. They get to him as he throws. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Wolverines line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Snap to the up man. It's a fake. He's not going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs. The fake doesn't work.
I love the aggressive nature by the head coach, trying to reach into the bag of tricks
Nice
on a
play.
fake punt, but the defense was expecting it. And we've got a change of possession.
Back to pass. It's Gabriel. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Now on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Dropped after a pickup of 4 down to the 16.
He's marked down at the 16-yard line. It's 3rd down.
Things look great with that field position a few plays ago, but now it's 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. It's Johnson. Good tackle there to stop him short of the first down, and now they have to make a call. They were really hopeful he could make a guy or two miss and pick up the first down, but he comes up a little short.
Yeah, and it's great defense. It's defense understanding where the sticks are, not missing tackles, getting the guy on the ground quickly. Really nice job by the defense understanding the situation.
They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7. Well, the head coach said he was going to be aggressive. 4th and 2 is kind of right on that edge, but he goes for it and gets it done.
They said he was going to be aggressive, and he backed it up. That's one thing you want to see. You want to hear your coaches talk, and you want to see them back it up on the field.
And as an offensive coordinator, you don't need the perfect play with this guy as your running back. He's going to make the play perfect for you because he makes everybody miss. Spin moves, hurdles, stiff arms, speed, whatever it takes to move the sticks and score a touchdown.
And after the really good gain on first down, they'll try to finish it off on 2nd and goal. Trying to pound it in. He's
Run,
dropped
don't
behind
break.
the
There
line
we
of
go.
scrimmage. That'll be a
Run, don't
loss of
break.
3.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
The defense trying to make a stand on 3rd and goal. They'll run it.
Sweet.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ducks. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Get to that point.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So they took over inside the red zone and go 19 yards and close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run.
We'll take that.
Just one of those mistakes. It can't happen as the kickoff goes
Face
out of
with
bounds.
raised eyebrow, thinking face with rolling eyes.
Accepts that they will take the penalty. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. And here comes the offense on second down. Back to throw, it's Warren. Lets it fly. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
See, not all linebackers are just big meatheads, right? That come downhill and hit you in the mouth. What a good job of understanding. It's a passing situation. I drop back. I see it. I break on the football in zone coverage. Give me that rock.
The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Looking for the end zone. And that one's going to be batted away, incomplete, and we have played one. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Now facing a third and long. Trying play action. Unloads it left. Got his man. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Trying to pound their way forward. He picks up a couple to the 31.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play because they know this guy with the ball in his hands is dangerous. He makes one guy miss, he can take it to the house.
Here comes third and short from the 27. This defense trying to make them settle for a field goal. The give to the tailback. He is tackled, but it'll be a fresh set of downs.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like I do here for my running back, make the game easy.
One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. They're such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quick.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. To the air, it's Gabriel. Finds his big tight end. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle, short of the stick, setting up fourth down.
It's good. And they'll push that lead out a little further. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away. And he'll bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you...
Going up top. Reels it in as he goes out of bounds on the right side for a huge play. Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. And the ball is intercepted. Going the other way, he's got room. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
On 1st down, here comes this offense. Getting some heat. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47.
Defensive linemen live to get after the quarterback, to get sacks, to get by those big hog mollies up front on the offensive line and say, you taste dirt.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
It's 3rd down, and the line to gain is to 36. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Here's the fair catch, and he'll make it close to the 20-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Nice coverage on the back end. Great job. Nothing open right away. The QB holds the ball in the pocket, and the pass rush finally gets home. Sometimes it's the DBs doing great work. Sometimes it's the defensive lineman winning up front.
Off the play fake. Fires to the right. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. The Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. From inside his own 15, looking for room. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Caught over the middle. It's Johnson. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
That's a really nice looking throw. And when I think about the Ducks offense, I think about explosive plays, right? In the running game, but also in the passing game. I feel like if this team is going to win the conference, they need this guy here to be able to make throws like that on a consistent basis. But I'll tell you, he really gives them a chance. He makes this offense go.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, I think the running back kind of went rogue on that last running play. I'm not sure it was designed to go that direction. He tried to make it happen on his own, and unfortunately ended up losing yards.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Looking to throw, it's Gabriel. He lofts one down the sideline. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Another incompletion, and I've said that a lot, and these teams are just struggling. I mean, the offense just doesn't know what to do. Nothing's working, ground game, throw game. It's kind of been a rock fight on both sides.
Running it back, it's Morgan. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. For this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that, get that one positive play.
And they got him for the sack.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
Looking to take a shot. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
Nice job by the defense there. You talk about when you have your foot on the neck of your opponent, you just keep the pressure down, right? You don't take it off. And with that opportunity on fourth down in their opponent's territory, you get the stop. You now get an opportunity.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And that one is picked up in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, the defense comes away with the pick there with their nickel personnel. I think moving forward, if you're on offense, when you see that personnel on the field, you want to run the ball against it because you've got smaller guys out there. Or if you're going to throw, think about quick screens outside where you have tight ends flexed on the perimeter, bigger bodies blocking smaller guys.
Looking left. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. The give to the lone running back. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, and the clock is not their friend. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
You know, I think if I'm the quarterback, I'm probably not throwing at this linebacker anymore. That's now already his 2nd pick in this game. He's been doing an outstanding job in coverage. I think if you're the QB, you got to start avoiding him.
Unloads to the wideout. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming. Final play of the quarter coming. On the run, it's Whittington. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Wants to throw. It's Gabriel. Just a short pass to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down. They showed great trust in their quarterback right there, and why not? He's had an outstanding game.
An outstanding game, has taken care of the football. Now late in the game, you got the lead. That first down now tells me now it's time to start running the football, run the clock, get out of here with the ball.
And that's really nice offensively because you're in the red zone. You do have an opportunity to add to your lead here, but you're staying in bounds. I think the clock right now is the most bounds. You're doing exactly that.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He caught it. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Snap in the shotgun. Got it in the middle. It's James. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. We reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. He's looking to throw. Grab near the marker. It's holding. Into the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's
Thinking face with rolling eyes, face exhaling.
And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your...
Makes the catch down the right side. Open runway ahead. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Michigan.
Nice job by the offense, going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
About to kick it off after punching.
Beaming face with smiling eyes, smiling face with hard eyes, partying face.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. You have a 2-score advantage here, so while you want to be aggressive, David, don't hand them a cheap one.
Dang right. I'm not being reckless. I can still be aggressive, but a punt is not the worst thing, Jesse, in this situation in the fourth quarter.
You're right, David. You don't want to be reckless. So as a play caller here, let's dial up some things you know your quarterback sees well in the passing game.
They want that clock to run. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
How about the job by this defense? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense. Stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Finding open areas. And he was on his way, and they get him down at the 30.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
And the Ducks will line it up on 1st and 10. From the gun, the ground game. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
You know, it's so important for offenses to want to keep 3rd downs manageable. The way you do that is by having success like that, running the football on 1st down.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
In other scores around the country,
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. To the air, it's Gabriel. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires into traffic, intercepted. Trying to take it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is frustrating. You know, you're an offense. You're in a great position. You're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Trying to beat the D deep. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go.
And I understand the logic by the offense here. Obviously, you're down in this game. You're trying to claw back into it. Why not take a shot? Why not be aggressive in that time? They just can't come up with a completion.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one. Wide open downfield. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their 36. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. One more play to pad the stats. He's going to pass. Falls in.
GG.
They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. You're going to hear guys after this game say, got to work harder, got to be more intense. You know, sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. And it seemed to me that's what happened out there today.
Yeah, just never really got into a rhythm for this team.
Awesome.
There's no doubt they've got a lot of very talented players on both sides of the ball. So, David, I don't think this is a situation where they need to now freak out and try to reinvent things on either side of the football. Just being in better rhythm early and trying to find that in their next game, I think would go.
I don't lose.
And it's
Losing
just
my first
finding a
game,
couple
so
of those plays. What do I do really, really well? Let's continue to build on that. Let's take away these negative plays. Let's take away these
till next
turnovers.
time.
How do we
All
create
right,
more
man.
turnovers?
GG's.
Face flush, face exploding head.
Finding those things that I do well, building on.
I bounce back. I normally do. Oh, what I got? Congratulations. Okay. Well, I got promoted. Still. Okay. Thanks, D. Penn State. Okay.
The victors valiant, the conquering heroes, and they call home the Big House. Bathed in maize and blue, welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on a fellow Big Ten foe, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Wolverines will kick it off to get us underway. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get.
Oh, snap.
Ran through the tackle, and he's got room to run. Just barely able
Like,
to
comment,
stop it.
subscribe, and share.
House that, baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring.
You are now rocking with the best.
First down play.
Welcome.
On the run, it's Singleton. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Back to throw, it's Aller. Fires to the big fella.
I like this tight end. He does a really nice job on his route running. He's been beating man coverage. He can find the soft spots and zones. You got to get him involved.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. The play action fake.
There we go.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
Play action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the right.
Thank you.
And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
All right, it's early, but it's just one drive, right? You got to put this behind you. It isn't how you wanted to open up. It isn't how you wanted to start. This offense has got to go to the sidelines, get with the coach, settle down, and figure out the game plan for the rest of the game.
They've got it first and 10 at the 50. They'll give it to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down.
Small gain, I know. But again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass. Make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6.
Support the stream. Hit the cash of $1 big fire.
Defense makes the stop.
I didn't bust for a long one, but now third down becomes very manageable. It's not third and eternity. Now the whole playbook, short passing game, long passing game, all of it's available.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Powers through the defender. The Wolverines get the first down.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward and get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm the defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
That is the last thing you want on first down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. Dropping back, it's Warren. They're bringing heat. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Well, we're only in the first quarter, but already this defense is making their presence felt. We've seen time and time again their ability to rush the passer and get hits on this QB. His tough
trying to burn this defensive back. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
4th and a long way to go, but the offense is going to give it a shot. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down.
It's not good.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield.
That's out of
And it's incomplete, and the defense stands tall and gets off the field.
And the offense stays aggressive. They try to throw the football and just weren't on the same page. It was an incompletion. He could have done a better job, I think, throwing the ball to his receiver. And maybe making it where it's more.
Looking for a gap. It's Singleton. Discards a man. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Line getting set on second down. Now the play fake. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They make the stop, but not before he wraps up this first period with a huge gain.
That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoreless.
First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Floating away. Going for it all. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone.
He's just Johnny on the spot. That's now his second interception of the game, doing a great job reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's just been in the right place at the right time making passes.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Gonna run it. It's Edwards. It's runs like that that can really help your field position as they're up at the 35. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. Back to throw, it's Warren. Sends it downfield. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, they decided to get aggressive. That was just third and very manageable. Instead, they saw something, thought they could take a shot, but that's the risk reward. You don't come up with it. Now you got fourth down.
Yeah. Okay.
And the Wolverines will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to eliminate the penalty stuff.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Fires to the big fella. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide, only a place to be tackled immediately.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a third and long, this one from the 44. looking to throw. Pressure coming. He felt the heat, trying to get away, but down he goes. He'll lose a yard or two.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end, and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
They were unfazed by that earlier fourth down failure and will try for a second time in this one. Trying to get to it. They got him. There's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on down. The offense starts with a short field. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's open on the right. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Wolverine.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. So see quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time David sort of curbs. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. He couldn't quite.
His third pick of the game. Will Johnson, All-American. It was good.
They kick you off.
Nah, I think either he quit or the system. I think he probably more so the quitting thing. I wouldn't blame him on that one. I take it wasn't on me. So, take that win. Starting off 1-0 with the new season. That's a good way. Let's get one more win. Thanks.
All right, got the W.
Oh yeah. Got Alabama again.
(53:30).
Yeah, thanks,
Welcome
dude.
to Tuscaloosa, Alabama, where titles are won, legends are made, and fields are named after them. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium, home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Today, we have one of those
Before
games that
history.
test your focus.
Hit the cash $1 bait fire.
Against an unranked opponent, can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 15th ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Wolverines will kick it away first. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Gets it out to the 31. The
You are
offense
now
set for
rocking with
first
the
down
best.
play.
Welcome.
Trying to start the drive with a pass.
Oh,
With the catch, it's Williams.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into the rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
They're trying to get to it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Opening drive of the game, and they're facing 3rd and 1. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
It's a really good sign if you're on offense here. You're putting it on your offensive line on 3rd down. Critical down and distance, opening drive of the game. Let those guys fire off, get a hat on a hat. You can run the ball, pick up the first. You're around midfield. And all things looking pretty good here early for this offense.
And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Well, that's a real good-looking throw, and I know at Alabama recently they've had a lot of different quarterbacks, and they've also had a lot of different guys calling plays. But one thing that's never seemed to waver is how explosive the offense has been.
He makes a grab into the end zone. Touchdown, Bama! That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter, and I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning.
Frowning face, hushed face.
That's a great example of it right there.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they pay it off with a strike from 38 yards out. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First down for this offense. Looking for room. It's Edwards. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration.
Going to throw it over the top of the deep. Intercepted. Looking for more room. And what a big play here, and the return takes it back inside the 25.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Coming after it. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Wolverines bringing the heat on the defensive front as they have so many times through the years.
And you just think about guys that just look great in their unis. Big, strong, Aiden Hutchinson, Ajabo, a lot of these guys in the recent history, just they know how to get after the quarterbacks and make their life miserable.
That's right.
Hit as he throws. And he intercepts it. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
Wide receivers, you know, they might, Reese, have a hint of diva in them, right? Like they're always open, aren't they, according to them? And I tell you what, it's hard to be a quarterback because when they do throw that hand up there, you want to throw them the football. You want them to have confidence. You want to force feed them. You want them to really have that confidence at an all-time high. Sometimes you force them a little bit too much. The defense takes advantage like they did right now.
And It's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. With the catch, it's Morgan. Hard-nosed, determined effort to work his way up to the 35-yard line. These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. They'll run play action. And the quarterback is snowed under.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Wolverines will call on their punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A low-line drive and not his best work. And this kick will be marked down just inside the 45-yard line. Here comes the offense on first down. To the air, it's Milroe. It's complete to the right. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Michigan 0.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down. Up-tempo for the offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions. And then the pass rush, they win up front.
First down sack, pushes it back. Now it's second down. He wants to throw here on second down. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. He's a one-man wrecking crew on this defensive front. This is the type of performance that can etch you in Wolverine lore forever.
Yeah, and it's a great lore to be etched in. Obviously, year after year, you see so many dominant guys in the trenches. And this is how it's done.
He's going for it all.
Oh,
And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good, and put one more.
Shooting face, flushed face, frowning face.
yeah.
Play scoring drive. And the score comes courtesy of the big play covering 61 yards on the touchdown pass. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. Fielded in the end zone. It's Morris. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone.
You can only hope for them to leave/lose connection.
Michigan ready to
Not
get
over
that
for that.
offense
I ain't
rolling
even just
again.
gonna
Getting late here in the
take a
first
win.
half. They'll have a chance
Yeah,
to
like
make this
that.
a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down to possession.
Gonna let it fly. Oh, picked off. Couldn't
Yes,
find
I
a ton
told
of
you.
room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped.
Support the stream. With the cash of $1 fire.
Dances
Oh,
away from the
frowning
heat.
face, persevering
He's gonna
face.
run it. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play. Offense, quick tempo. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Alabama pushing the tempo. From the shotgun, the inside give. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. After the good pickup on first down, let's see if they keep it on the ground. Off play action. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was knocked loose, and third down is coming. A lot of urgency for this offense. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Offense in the hurry up. They'll throw it on first down. Feeling some heat. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Man, that's a big missed opportunity for the running back. I'm trying to find ways to feature this guy and get him the football in space and not just hand it to him all the time. And tell you what, I'm a lot less likely to find those plays if he can't reel in those catches.
Trying play action.
Face with raised eyebrow, thinking face, slightly smiling face.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. The incomplete pass ends a frustrating series, and they turn it over on downs.
And sometimes the best defense is getting a little bit lucky. He was open. He had a chance to make a play. He just drops it through his hand. It was pretty good defense, but you take those breaks when you can get them.
Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Here comes the offense on 2nd down.
Turnover on downs. Beaming face with smiling eyes, exploding head, partying face.
Downfield, it's Warren. Gonna take a shot. Reels it in down the left side. All kinds of running room. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop.
Partying face, flushed face, exploding head, beaming face with smiling eyes.
Passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. The kickoff team on the field as they'll send this one away. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. just enough time to get
Support the stream.
before the half.
Hit the Cash App dollar bake fire.
Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Trying to get behind the defense. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect.
The end of the first half. With the score, Alabama.
You are now rocking with the best. Welcome.
Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morris. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Those two first-half turnovers really damaging, and the primary reason they find themselves trailing to start the third quarter.
And this is an offense that prides themselves on taking care of the football and then having explosive plays. You know they're playing angry right now. They're mad. They know they're the reason why they're down in this game, so I expect them to come out here.
Everyone tripped up with week on.
Yeah, and this defense playing fast, playing physical, forcing things into action, forcing those turnovers. They played really well in this first half.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
On third down, going up top. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, they're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Here comes that Alabama offense.
One hour, 12 minutes, and 5 seconds.
Got it behind the line. It's Haynes. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Offense gets set for second down.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gave.
And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got...
UTO.
Everything all right?
To the back.
He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy?
And now on second down for this offense. Off the play fake. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Hey, quarterbacks got to understand, I know you got your favorites, and you're going to look out there and you're that guy's really good. I'm going to find ways to get him, but I got to take what the defense gives me, and double coverage is probably not the avenue that I want to go attack consistently.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Another incompletion on third down.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and long, so hard to execute, especially when the field starts to shrink.
Despite failing earlier on fourth down, they will try again here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires downfield. He fires back across the field, and it's intercepted. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business.
When you get that quarterback and he starts to leak outside the pocket like that and roll, you roll with him. Those linebackers are supposed to move and shift with him, start to take away the field towards the sideline, because think about it. He's not going to throw back across his body. The defense read it well, moved with the rollout, made the big play.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, though.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Using his legs, it's Edwards. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Looking to go up top on first down. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Gain of 19 on the play. That's a first down for the offense. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Alabama 14, Michigan 7.
They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He wants to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open, quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover.
Makes the grab, and he will score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
Number 18, catch and score.
The AT unit on the field. And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here comes the kickoff as we are all tied up in the fourth quarter. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense has plenty of time in this final period. They'll try to break this tie. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Miller. You're not getting him on the ground. Still on his feet. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throwaway.
And the incompletion brings up a second down for this offense. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Tide with the 1st and 10.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. The clock stopped. 2 minutes left to play in this one. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking for a man. It's Milroe. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Touchdown, Alabama! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
What a great game, tied late in the ballgame. Who's going to make the big play? They come up with it late, take the lead. Nice execution. It's hard to execute in these moments. People get tight. The score's tied late in the game. I don't want to mess
with
up.
symbols on
This
mouth
offense
and rage
doesn't worry about
face.
messing up. They put the ball in the end zone and take the lead.
Setting up for the PAT, and when he gets this late, every point matters. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. They put together a 5-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish the drive with a big play through the air, scoring from 51 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Wants to throw on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Touchdown tie! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
Man, what a play by this defense. You're trying to get the ball back to your offense, trying to salt this game away and get the win. Not only do you create the turnover, you get the touchdown. Now you take it.
Face with symbols on mouth and rage face with steam from nose.
Zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting an onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
To the air on first down. They're bringing deep shot for the end zone. And it's intercepted in the end zone. No, he's out of bounds. Oh, so close to stopping the drive with a turnover in the end zone. After the quarterback and receiver couldn't connect, it's 2nd and 10. Dropping back, it's Warren. Throws for the tight end. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. No room to return, but no problem after making a play like that, and they'll have it at the 25.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Williams. Makes a catch and knocked down.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
2nd down coming up. He's looking to throw. Makes the pass. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it.
Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
Nice job in coverage on that 3rd and short, defensively taking all the throws and
You are now
options away
rocking
from the
with the
quarterback,
best.
and now we're setting up for
Welcome.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He's not afraid to go deep. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Bama! And the pummeling has started.
How about the bomb by the offense? The Hail Mary, they go deep. The defense knows it's coming. Where are they? Where is the defense? You got to stay as deep as the deep.
It's a fake, and the kicker's going to throw it. And they get him down.
Worried face, anguished face, confounded face.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
35, Michigan 14.
Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense getting set for first down. He's looking to throw it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Pressure coming. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. And the route is on.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an X?
And they fake it, the holder looking for man. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some pop. Going over the top. And they can't make the connection, going for a big play on first down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the...
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on 2nd down. They're staring at 3rd.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He'll set up to throw. He's going up top here late in the game. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Well, the defense really game.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. Pass turns the ball over on downs.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. Like, it's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
They'll throw it on 1st down. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here.
Give us another score.
Trying to find his man on first down.
Oh,
Nowhere to go.
you got
The
to be
ball
kidding me.
is
Oh,
loose. Now
no.
the defense has got it going the
Oh,
other way.
my goodness.
Touchdown,
This
Alabama!
game,
Not content to get the fumble, they
that is real
scored
team.
with the fumble.
DC's, man.
The defense comes up with the fumble and takes it to the house.
The old scoop and score. Create the fumble, pick that puppy up.
Exploding head, frowning face, pleading face.
Not only forcing the turnover, but getting points out of it.
Well, they say you win a few, you lose a few, and some get rained out. Would have been good for this team if this one had gotten rained out because they lost badly.
Yeah, not a lot
I'm
to
okay
be
with
too
that, Joe.
proud about in this one here. Good news is you get to go back to the drawing board. You get to go back, you get to have another week of practice as a coaching staff, try and find ways to get players in position to go out and make plays. Gonna need a big locker room speech after this one, David.
Yeah, and you're going to watch this tape, and it's going to hurt because you're going to watch with the coaches, and you're going to see the mess-ups and all the things you could have done better, but you got to learn from
Don't ever play the human again.
and that's how that works.
So that's going to do
Oh,
it
no,
for
I'll play him
Jesse
again.
Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis
I'll play him
saying
again.
so
I'll
long.
get him
This
next
has
time.
been another presentation
Ain't number
of EA
one game.
Sports College Football.
Yeah, for somebody like that, even if it takes, okay, I keep playing him till I beat
1
him.
hour 31 minutes and 20 seconds.
Yeah, so I 1-1. I'm not happy with that one, but it happens. I'll be right back though. Gotta recharge here. At least play one or two more. Thank you, D, for being around. Everybody else for popping in. Appreciate you too as well. Y'all can comment too. I know people be watching. Y'all can comment as well. Comments are welcome. Just don't say nothing crazy. That's all.
Appreciate the appreciation. Be right back. Comment, like, all that good stuff. Welcome back.
This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line.
Welcome back.
Thanks, Steve.
Line gets set, first down. The give to the back. Really good job making a play, getting it out to the 24 and moving those chains. Those who stay will be champions, so said Bo Schembechler, and those who keep it on the ground churn out first downs.
Yeah, it's because it's a way of life, right? It's that physicality. It's going to be hard in practice all week. When you're at Michigan, it's going to be grind. It's going to be physical. That's who they are. They won't compromise. If you get to stick around here recently, a lot of success, too.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Movement from
Support
the
the
linebackers
stream.
trying to mess with the
Hit the
offensive
cash
line's
$1 bait
assignment.
fire.
Throwing right. It's caught. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I'm a big believer in taking shots early in the game and being aggressive and showing my team I got confidence in them. Let's go make plays. First drive, already taking shots down the field. Nice job, nice pitch, nice catch.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Looking for a man, it's Warren. Going deep. And the ball is picked off. He'll try to take it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Georgia going up tempo. Wants to throw on third. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Defense did a great job. Third and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
The one thing that can derail this offense, a bunch of 3 and outs. They won't do that here, but they might go 4 and out if they don't convert. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect fourth down call there. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Looking to pass. It's back. Looking for a huge play. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that they tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
On second down, wants to throw it. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. He's looking to throw. Moves away as he feels pressure. He caught it. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Georgia. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 64 yards right down the field. And finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Georgia 7, Michigan 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. Leaves it with the back. Shakes off the tackle. That'll be a gain of 5 out to the 27.
This running back just doesn't go down easy. It's just difficult for defenses to get him on the ground. Not overly huge, but if I'm an offensive coordinator, I'm going to continue to find ways to feature him. And just, you know what? Let his talent do the rest.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Looking downfield, it's Warren. Throws to the tight end. Ball in the air, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
It's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. He's going to pass. using his feet to buy time. And not much going on downfield. He'll just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another down.
The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. They'll run the screen. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Scanning the field, it's back. He's got his man. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down. The offense threatening, close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. Looking to throw it again. They're trying to get to it. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Looking to throw on second down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. It can get frustrating chasing that quarterback, but you got to pull up. The roughing the passer penalty gives him the first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. Georgia comes quickly to the line. On second and goal, he carries again. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So they picked up 32 yards on that drive. And they close the deal, pushing their way inches into the end zone. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here. We're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
This offense has a second down play. To the air, it's Warren. And down he goes back at the 3.
Defensively, you got them backed up. There's two options that they're going to do. They're going to run the football and be conservative, or they're going to try to take shots down the field. They tried to take a shot. Defense was ready. Nice pass rush. Way to get to the QB and get after that sucker.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Catch in the middle. It's Loveland. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
Well, they weren't able to gain a lot of real estate on that last completion deep down in their own end. If anything, if you're looking for a silver lining, I guess the punter maybe has a little bit more room to try to get one off now on 4th.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Georgia 14, Michigan 0.
The Wolverines will kick it away to crank up the second half. A rather inauspicious start with the kickoff out of bounds and great field position for this offense. First down here for the offense. The run from the shotgun. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead. But you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here. And I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they under the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
Looking to throw, it's back. They've got the screen set up. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. He uncorks one deep. Got it! Touchdown, Bulldogs! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the finisher coming courtesy of that touchdown toss from 45 yards out. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. Coming out
I
with
think
it,
it's time to go to bed, friend.
I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to...
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive.
Looking to the big tight end. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage. Now it's 2nd and 10 from the 15. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Grabbed over the middle, it's Morgan. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players.
Most defenses are like...
One hour 59 minutes and 30 seconds.
Few places are richer in tradition, more steeped in nostalgia than this old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy, the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes. And the scarlet and gray have this place rocking already. There's nothing quite like a great rivalry matchup in college football. The bitterness, the intensity, the lifetime of memories that will come as a result of what we're about to see in this one. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on the 4th-ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. 48 Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Wolverines will kick it away to start. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Maybe if he could have eluded just 1 or 2 more guys, it would have been a big return, but they'll mark it at the 30. The first down for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. They're setting up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. To throw, it's Howard. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete. These two first squared off in 1897, and this rivalry is almost like a history of the sport itself.
So much history, so much tradition. I mean, I can go back to 2006 when they were 1 and 2 in the country. You know, like, these games really matter. The uniforms are clean. The athletes are flowing. There's tons of athletes all over the place. This is always a huge showdown.
And you think about some of the great coaches that have graced the sidelines in this rivalry. Bo Schembechler at Michigan and Woody Hayes at Ohio State. And it's amazing, in a conference full of trophy games, maybe the greatest rivalry doesn't even have one.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Yeah, and because of the pressure, the defense gets pressure on him immediately so quickly that he makes a bad decision, tries to throw it into double coverage. Really nice job pressuring the quarterback up front.
This is an opportunity to show your offense you believe in them. Their opening drive of the game, still in their own territory, going for it on 4th down. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
Going up top on 1st down. Going for a big play right off the bat. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, the free safety's just sitting back there deep in cover 3. He's got zone. He's got middle field responsibility. Just watching the quarterback's eyes. He reads the throw, breaks on it. That's just too easy for him.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be good.
And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. When you have the type of defensive lineman that Michigan has had over the years, you don't always have to send the house to get to the quarterback.
No, it's a beautiful thing when you're a defensive coordinator, when you got big, strong studs like this. Year after year, Michigan always has a stable full of them, of guys that are athletic enough to rush the passer, but physical enough to play the run. It's a fun spot to be in as a DC.
Caught in the backfield, it's Henderson. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. There's so many great rivalries in college football, guys, but I think this one, because of the disdain and the excellence, sort of rises to the top.
Yeah, I mean, listen, there are great rivalries scattered all around this country. In-state rivalries, interconference rivalries, a great history, great pageantry. But I think what makes Ohio State versus Michigan unique is the fact that more often than not, these are two teams competing for national championships at the end of the year. And this game really does determine the national landscape.
And 19 national championships between the two teams. Late in the year, it always mattered. You go back to 2006, #1 versus #2. So always disdain, always hate. Don't even call each other by their names. Like, this rivalry means so much to college football.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Don't you love energetic defenses that fly around, that make things happen? The ones that get in the backfield, the running back tries to go somewhere. Where do you want him to go? There is nowhere to go. Nice job by the defense creating the tackle for a loss on first down.
Back to pass, it's Howard. He's going up top. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
That's an example of the offensive coordinator trying to be aggressive and trying to take a shot. Now, the offense isn't able to click on that play, but moving ahead in the second half, it's important they continue to dial up these big plays. You want to stay aggressive, and you want to keep testing the second.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And it's hauled in at the 10. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd in?
It's a fake, and the holder showing off that arm. He makes the grab in the end zone. They must have seen something on film as they turn the fake into the 2-point conversion. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. They'll go to the ground. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and we'll get ready to change sides in the 2nd quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. Back to throw, it's Warren. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Man, I like the aggressiveness on 3rd and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of the look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message. He clearly doesn't believe in punting, going for it this close to his own end zone. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The Wolverines will punt it away on 4th down. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. And they'll down it inside their own 40. Offense set on 1st down. Power football with the run. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Coming after him. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. What a snag by the defense. Got room on the return. He's inside the 40. After making the interception, he took it all the way back and sets up his offense at the 17-yard line.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from the offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Michigan. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2 and try to tie it. As it is, they're down by 1. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 15, here's the return. Needed just a little more help to turn that into a big return. They'll mark him down at the 29. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer,
he lets one fly deep. And that ball is picked off. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll leave it with him. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The colors of the day were maize and blue when Michigan won a close one last year.
It was Ohio State leaving the stadium feeling blue after that one, too. The way that Michigan enforced their will late in that game. They were the most physical team when they needed to be, and David, they're going to have to do that again to pull out this W.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter if you're the coach at Ohio State and you won every game on your schedule, but you lose to Michigan, it's an unsuccessful year. So he's heard about it all offseason, and these players have too, and they'll be ready for some revenge.
And the Wolverines will have it 1st and 10. To the air, it's Warren. Feeling some heat. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
It's always fun to watch offensive creativity in the red zone. Like, how are you going to get some space for your guy? They try the toss, get him out wide, maybe get him some space. The defense was ready. Nice job falling forward, getting at least a little bit on the play.
On the option. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play. They want to fight this one in a phone booth. 3 tight ends on the field on 3rd and goal. The play action fake. Getting some heat. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, in 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. And it's right down the boulevard. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half.
Michigan 10, Ohio State 8.
The Buckeyes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. And then a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Caller, now use it against them.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Throws for the tight end. Pass on the way. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
I tell you what, it puts you in a tough position when you're backed up inside your own 20 trying to come out. But when you're a defense and you can force a turnover and you already set your offense up in scoring position, they are going to be extremely happy, and that offensive coordinator is going to look extremely smart.
Dances away from the pressure, going to his left. And he can't connect on the throw. It's incomplete. Couldn't make the connection on 1st down. Now here on 2nd. Looking to throw, it's Howard. Takes a hit as he fires. He's got it. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Man, it's so nice to have a quarterback who doesn't flinch. You watch it, man. He's hanging in there, right? Hanging in there. Takes some time for those routes to get down the field. Gets hit as he throws it, but delivers the ball, a catchable ball down the field, and makes the big
touchdown Buckeyes! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
Well, I think sometimes on 1st and goal like that, you're just trying to get up to the line of scrimmage early. You're trying to catch.
Forget the kick. He's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he's coming out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Give to the running back. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team's being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Wants to throw. It's Warren. He's going for a big play downfield. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
The end of the third quarter. With the score, Ohio State 16, Michigan 10.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Now the play fake. He's going to fire deep. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? Didn't get a ton on the return, but they've got it inside the 20 at the 19-yard line. Michigan has long had defenses built on discipline, carrying out their assignment, and they have done that to perfection today.
Carry out your assignment, do what you're supposed to do, but do it with bad intentions. That's what I like. I like the physicality. They want to hit you in the mouth. Year after year, Michigan players leave and they go to the NFL with the next group. Discipline, tough, physical. It's always staples of these defenses.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as
Yeah, what's up, Ty?
running back. So it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the design quarterback run game going. Moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
He's going for the big play. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that just kind of caps off this day. It's been a day with not a lot of rhythm, not a lot of timing, not a lot of guys on the same page, and they weren't right there, and the quarterback throws an INT, and this one is not looking good.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. A play-action fake seems simple, but there are some intricacies for the quarterback.
Reese, you're right. The danger for a quarterback in play action is that you're turning your back to the defense when you're trying to execute the play fake to the running back. So you have no idea what's happening behind you. You have no presence for where that rush is coming from. All of a sudden, you whip your head back around, and oftentimes it's too late. We saw that right there.
This third down play might be the last chance for this defense to stay in the game. Catch in the middle, it's Scott. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
And after that completion, it's decision time now for the head coach. Do you kick a field goal, add to your lead, and make it more difficult on the opposing offense, or do you trust your quarterback to make one more big completion here and ice the game?
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run here. Tackled after picking up the first down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first down, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop it.
You see all this movement in football now, all this stemming. The defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield.
And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. Just put a little bit of distance in this game and try to put it on ice.
And the defense just trying to fight to stay in the ball game. That should be the final blow. No more hope. A good fight to the end.
Looking for the two-point try. Trying to barge in. He's into the end zone for the two and extends the lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they cap things off with a scoring toss from 27 yards out. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here.
And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the 4th quarter. Everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job.
This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Got some room to run. He's at the 40, the 20, the 10. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Wolverine.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football, looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? To the air, it's Warren. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6.
Nice.
Thanks.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the 4th quarter, right? Defense. So offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. They'll run play action. Finds his tight end. And that was some kind. Between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. Timeout is called. The clock stopped with 26 seconds left. A 3rd and long coming up here. from the gun, wants to pass. And that's a mistake you don't expect to see from a senior, and he is lucky to get it back.
Why do you pause to call a timeout?
And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. He really needs to get away a good kick here. A low line drive and short kick. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Looking for a productive play on first down. Back to throw, it's Warren. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
And he throws yet another interception. Does he know which color jerseys they're wearing? And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. He'll come out throwing on first down. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Final pass falls to the turf, and that'll be the ball game. This is why the passion of college football runs so deep. The rivalry.
And GG's.
Man, does it stick with you.
No doubt about it, Reese. This was a game circled for a very, very long time. They knew how important this one was. But, David, you can't let games like this beat you twice, because this losing team now has to find a way to
You
rebound.
are now rocking with the best. Welcome.
This is the one that you have circled for a reason. It's a rival. It's bragging rights. But you're right. Let's get back to practice this next week. Let's start focusing. This one's over, but I'm gonna get you next year.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Hey, Ty and everybody. Okay, D already gone. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, and share. Peace.
Welcome to Ann Arbor and the Big House, home to one of the most storied programs in college football and the first one to win 1,000 games, the Michigan Wolverines. And boy, do we have a fun one at the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will kick it away to start us off. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. First down here for the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. Gets rid of it. That's reeled in. It's James. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. It's not just a dual threat guy. You go back to Dan Fouts or Bill Musgrave or even Justin Herbert, and passers not in short supply for the Ducks.
And when you think about the Ducks, you always think about the fancy uniforms. I think that's one of the first things that come to mind, but the guys you just named, it's been built on flash, but it's also been built on substance. Great players in their tradition, in their history, and just like now, just in the recent history, Bo Nix, another one of those guys that's put up big numbers.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. Back to work on 2nd and 10 from the 41 after that last incompletion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He'll take another shot here. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Handoff to the lone back. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all of his ability on that last play.
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on fourth down. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a first down. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Takes a handoff. It's Whittington. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks! What a quick start for this offense, putting up points on the first drive.
And that's got to feel good, Reese. You've been practicing all week. You've been practicing against the looks you were anticipating to see from this defense. You get those looks, you're able to come out, you run the ball, you throw the ball, and this offense right now is in a groove early.
You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. They're on it. They recover the onside kick, and they get it right back.
And how about the philosophy of this team? Aggressive, aggressive, and more aggressive. You got the lead, you're winning, right? And you don't have to kick an onside, but I'm kicking an onside. And they get it. Nice aggressive mindset, and it's rewarding.
Little touch pass to the receiver. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
On target to the left. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. That chunk play has them in business, set up with a first down in the red zone. They'll try the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Ducks are in the hurry-up. They'll see if they can find some running room on the right here. Working his way and keeping those legs moving. Picks up 5 down to the 14. Back to throw. It's Gabriel. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Finds his big tight end. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down. The Ducks are on the move. He wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football. You saw that there on the incompletion.
They'll try it again from the one on 2nd and goal. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Touchdown, Oregon! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them.
Man, find your weapons. Nice job by the quarterback. Find the running back out of the backfield. He catches it and does the rest. Walks into the end zone for the touchdown.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. From the gun. He's right on target. He's not going to make it stop short of the goal line, and they are unable to extend this lead any further. They already have the lead, and they're trying to build it here in the first quarter with an onside kick.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
After the incompletion, looking at 2nd down. They'll run it from the gun. And they pick up the first down in what might be the last play here in the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. Oregon 12,
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll ride the hot hand. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
When the offense gets in those multiple tight end looks, you kind of have a good understanding of what's coming. You don't know where the ball's going necessarily, but they'll put those big old bodies in there to block, to move people, to put more mass on the field, especially once you get in this red area where you have to be able to run the football effectively. Those passing windows tend to shrink a lot.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They're not into threes. They want sixes. And to keep this drive alive, they'll need to get it on 4th down. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Michigan.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
Lining up to add another. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one. To create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in, I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you can tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. On the ground, it's Edwards. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see.
On the defense, I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
They'll try to take advantage of that offsides call. It's 1st and 5. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And they'll bring him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
On first down from the 13-yard line. They're getting this guy lathered up. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Off play action. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
So the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. To the air, it's Warren. Looking to the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, and everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a 4th down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground.
Love the coverage on defense there. 4th down. They were ready for the pass. And you saw in the back end, great job being in position to make that play. And now their offense is coming on the field.
Across the 25, he's got room. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
Man, I want to be a running back in this offense. When you take that handoff to the right and you see that blocking and all the holes open up, that's a good sight for a running back.
You've heard of read and react. I think the defense read it. They just didn't react very well.
Well, when you got that kind of a line, just all that push they're getting on that right side, and just push the defensive lineman back, got in the linebacker's laps, man on man. It was brutal up front.
Now on second down. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Inside the 45. The expressway is wide open. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
This defense really needs to be careful, and they have to play with great eye discipline, understanding where the football is at all times. Moving forward, they have got to know if this guy has the ball, because he is dangerous in space.
Looking for an open area to his left. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business. 1st and goal.
Man, it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
And the Ducks will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
You know, you're in the red zone, you bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative forward.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Going for 6. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Ducks.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. The two-point attempt is no good as they are unable to extend the lead. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
They'll throw it on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's picked off. Taking it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Oregon! Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Quick pass on the jet motion. He's into the end zone, and what a way to end the half. A touchdown, a two-point conversion, and that's how we'll go to the break. Go ahead and roll the dice to start this second half. They're lined up for an onside kick. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. They start this third quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive.
And he's running in the open. Touchdown, Wolverines! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ball game.
And the extra point is good. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or two, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. Things have been clicking along nicely, Jesse, but they have to make sure they keep it up.
Yeah, they got to wake up. It seems like they've been a bit lackadaisical here the last few drives, maybe as we've seen this lead dwindle a little bit, David. So they need a bit of a spark here to get that mojo back.
Yeah, and you always have the adjustments, and then your opponent adjusts, and now they got to readjust now because this game's getting a little bit tighter than they like.
Leaves it with the running back. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Gabriel. They're bringing heat. And it's incomplete on third down.
Yeah, you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
This offense has already converted once on fourth down. Can they do it again? He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Looking to buy time. Makes the grab well past the sticks. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. The Ducks have it with a 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
The sure hands. It's James. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that?
No more time to throw. Quarterback is sacked at the 35. Fast, physical, and disruptive. Michigan has a rich and storied history of guys up front who can make life miserable for a quarterback.
Just dudes. I mean, guys that win matchups. Guys that you know if it's going to...
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And there he is again, another sack, channeling his inner Aiden Hutchinson against Penn State.
And that is high praise when you start comparing somebody to Aiden Hutchinson. Michigan, year after year, they find these dudes, man. The guys that will get after the quarterback. Hey, let's go, big fella. Let's go for that record.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going in offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
Perhaps their punter is injured. Perhaps they don't like to punt. Perhaps they hold an inherent bias against kicking the ball to the other team. Whatever the reason, they'll go for it on 4th and a country. And he pulls it in inside the 15-yard line. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. And the Ducks in the hurry-up. Trying play action. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. Unleashes to the end zone. And that pass intercepted. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover.
Have a day, young fella. 2 interceptions already? That's 3, 4, 5, 6 games for some people. A hot start, catching the football. He's acting like he's playing wide receiver out there. I might think about trying a different DB.
They go to the ground. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Linebackers trying to create some confusion.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. Oregon 26, Michigan 14.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. Looking downfield, it's Warren. They get to him as he throws. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole. Keep your quarterback standing upright.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Makes the grab, and he's got the 1st. Not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it. Now, a fresh set of downs.
He'll take the deep shot. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense has got to find something here in the 4th quarter. You can tell pressing a little bit. They need that big play. They want that big play to try to make this game a better ball game. Took the shot. Unsuccessful, but I wouldn't be surprised if they take some more of those.
This time he's got it. And he broke 1 tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule, and what that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
On fourth down, they'll pass for it. Fires to the right. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
And after failing to get that fourth down, it just feels like this game is over. They are going to need a miracle. They're going to need a quick 3 and out. They're going to need a turnover or something to have any shot at getting back in this game.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. He got a bunch and looked close to getting a lot more, but he's got the first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Past the 30. Afterburner's coming. And he'll be run out of bounds, and these guys are piling up some serious yardage totals.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
And the offense trying now to put this thing away. They're going to keep running the football to keep bleeding the clock. They've got the lead here late now down by the goal line. Just take as many seconds off the clock as you can before snapping this football and keep running.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Give